Thank you very much for joining me. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. A halo or ring around the sun yesterday. A lot of us saw that in Barbados. Thank you for sending me the pictures. These are some of your pictures that you did send in. I appreciated that. I tried to get back to almost everyone I could as we were going throughout the day. Now, what the heck does this mean? Well, first off, it's a really cool sight to see in weather. And one of the things I love about weather is not, you talk about hurricanes, tornadoes, severe weather. Well, I put that aside. Again, I don't like that. What I like are things like this, just the awe of nature, the awe of weather, rainbows, and you get rings like this or halos around the sun. Well, what you're actually seeing here is what's going on is the light is cutting through ice crystals. So yeah, it was hot outside of Barbados yesterday. It was, of course, on the warm side, but way up above, there's a very thin deck of clouds. And in that, there's these little ice crystals way above our heads. It's actually pretty cold. So you get these very tiny ice crystals up there. And these crystals act like a prism. So they really separate some of the light we're seeing from the sun. And they kind of break up the colors. And then it creates that ring. And sometimes it creates different things like this. You see here, this is a fire rainbow. So these right here, you see those? Those are some of the wispy clouds. We didn't see this yesterday. Look back, grabbed an old image, but this here is a fire rainbow. The same idea. You get different things when you get these ice crystals way above, and if the light is at the right angle from the sun, you could get a halo, you could get a ring, you could get a fire rainbow, or you could even get a sundog. A sundog is almost like a ring. It usually happens around sunset, but what you see here, sometimes it's called a false sun. You see right here's the sun, by the way. Right here you get a brighter spot, and right here you get a brighter spot on either side equidistant. That is actually called a sundog. But once again, it's these wispy clouds. So what does it exactly mean? Well, sometimes it does mean a storm system's moving in. There's an old saying that's, what is the old saying? It's halo around the sun, rain to follow, or something like that. I'm mixing up the saying. I know I'm mixing up the saying, but it does is a sign that there could be some rain on the way, or at least weather on the way, because in advance of a storm system, first, a lot of times you get those very high wispy clouds, those cirrus clouds with the ice crystals in it. And look here, this is exactly what we had. We may see some of the same sights today because there's been a lot of moisture building to the south. So here's Barbados, where we saw that halo around the sun yesterday. Ahead of this main rain, those wispy clouds have been moving in, even up toward Dominica, Guadeloupe, St. Lucia. There's a chance we could see a few more rings around the sun, and you get the same effect with the moon. Sometimes at night you could see it as well. The big ring around the moon, also a sign that there could be a storm system that is getting closer. And I do want to track some of this rain. Western Caribbean has been quieter, but the Eastern Caribbean, some of that moisture is picking up. So let me start there. We have a lot to cover. I want to zoom down with some of the rain totals and take a look at a surge of dust on the way. But this is for today. I'll zoom down into Jamaica in a second. But spotty showers still possible in our northern sections. We had some rain overnight in parts of Jamaica. Over here, Guyana and Suriname, it was so wet yesterday for some of us. Well, that's some of the moisture that's going to try to lift to the north, getting very close to Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm going to zoom down in a second into the southeastern Caribbean as well. This is tomorrow. See, the rain chance northern Caribbean starts to lessen. We were wetter earlier this week, but it starts to lessen. My friends in Belize, we've been too dry. We are going to be on the hot side over toward Honduras, watching over toward the Cayman Islands, not a lot. Now, this is Saturday. Saturday here, you could see the moisture lifting from Guyana back toward Venezuela, clipping by Trinidad and Tobago, even Grenada. That's going to be our chance of rain. As we get toward the weekend, we'll have a better chance of rain. And look at that, another surge of moisture moving in over towards Suriname on Sunday, and that may eventually move our way. So I was talking, I think a month or two ago in long-term forecast about how May would be wetter, and we're starting to trend into that direction now that we're getting into the later portions of April. It'll be this moisture down here that is eventually going to start to make its way closer and closer to many of our islands. Sunday, scattered showers and storms. I'll break down those forecasts in a second. Let me zoom back down here though. This is today, and you see in Jamaica, spotty showers and storms possible. So some of us dry, others could see some. Haiti, we could get a passing shower. Port-au-Prince down through Jacmel. Dominican Republic, we had some rain a few days ago, or rather flooding a few days ago. With the rain, we'll see that chance of some scattered showers today. Then tomorrow, you see this is tomorrow afternoon, slight chance of a shower in Jamaica, but it's trending down as well in Haiti. And as we work our way into our Saturday forecast, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, a passing shower or storm possible. In Puerto Rico today, still a few scattered showers and storms will be a possibility. So here's a zoomed in look, and this gives us a feel. You see some of the rain totals here. Well, this may be over here or over here, but this gives me a feel over the next couple days. If you do pick up additional rain in Jamaica, we're looking at a few spots getting about 15 to 25 millimeters of rain, or about an inch of rain. If you happen to get one of those somewhat tropical downpours around, we could pick up a quick inch of rain in some locations. Please keep me posted in the comments. That was so helpful yesterday. I was going through all of that and going through the sun halos as well, the pictures of those. All right, let's get a look at what we're seeing in a zoomed in look today into tomorrow. Just kind of zooming through it. This is tomorrow. Spotty showers possible. St. Lucia, we may see one. We may see one St. Vincent, the Grenadines down toward Trinidad. But on Saturday, that's when some of the moisture lifts in. It's still not a guarantee. This forecast isn't a super easy forecast because we're going to be right on the edge of it. The rain could stick just to the south, or it could move a little bit to the north, but we have a better chance of rain. You see here by midday on Saturday, Trinidad and Tobago, and then it will still stay generally unsettled even as we work our way into Sunday and early next week. And early next week, we'll be watching for some of that rain building back towards Suriname. Now, here's a very wide picture. I like to use this map. Gives us a best look at some of the dust. So here's the Gulf of Mexico. You see Florida, Cuba, Bahamas. Here's the Caribbean, Jamaica, you get down toward Costa Rica, Panama here. Now out here, there's the coast of Africa. This coloring, this brighter coloring in here, that is some thick dust. The Saharan dust is really cranking across the Atlantic right now, and this dust is going to start to work in as we get into the weekend and next week. So it's going to be rain versus dust as we get into the weekend. If you don't have any of the rain moving in, we're going to have some dust moving in. And this surge of dust next week will just continue to march across the Atlantic right into the Caribbean, even stretching back toward the Western Caribbean later next week. So we are going to see a pretty significant surge of dust moving in. That means lower air quality. Air quality, if you have any breathing issues, they're going to be more of a problem next week. I will keep you posted on that as we go forward. Now, as far as the rain totals go, looking here, these are 3-day rain totals, zooming back into parts of the southeastern Caribbean. Here's Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname. Guyana, some of the rain, especially today, we could see upwards of 100 millimeters or 4 inches of rain. This here would be on Saturday for Trinidad. We could get some spots getting 25 millimeters of rain. That's if it could just creep to the north enough. But the one variable will be that dust. If that dust gets in there quicker, that could actually end up lowering some of the rain chance. That dry air the dry air is going to fight some of the rain. That's why that forecast is tricky. I like to let you know the forecast, but also what I'm seeing behind the forecast, and that's it. It's going to be the dry air and dust fighting some of that rain. So watching that moisture building there, we have one system pulling off the coast of the U.S. and weakening. Middle of the United States, there's a system here that could bring some severe weather back toward Ohio later today. So several systems kind of clipping by to the north, which is common for this time of year. For us, though, we're watching that new surge of moisture here. And in Florida, it is going to be hot this weekend, near record high temperatures across Florida, very hot across the Bahamas this weekend. You see how we're dry back through Cuba. It's going to be sweltering. Where we are dry, we are extra hot this time of year. Then by Saturday, there'll be another system pulling through the southern United States. My friends in Texas, we'll see a chance of some rain picking up on Saturday, and we'll watch that system clip by and move toward the southeast U.S. and the northern Bahamas by the time we get into early next week. So up here, Atlantic region of Canada for us, one system leaves, another system starts to move in. This is later today. We have some action around Newfoundland, and then watching this by tomorrow. This is later on Friday, some of the rain trying to pull closer to Nova Scotia, parts of New England, scattered showers, even some spotty showers down toward the mid-Atlantic, and then we'll see some of that rain starting to work across this weekend, Prince Edward Island, and then eventually Saturday night and Sunday, we'll see the rain chance picking up again back toward Newfoundland. Now, watching this here, here's Mexico, here's Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua. This area here is going to be a hot spot. Not anything unusual, just as we get toward the hurricane season. May 15th, the hurricane season starts in the eastern Pacific because water temperatures are typically warmer here and we see more moisture kind of moving in. So I'll start to really monitor some of these blobs, but not seeing any signs of development back toward the eastern Pacific. So rain chance in Jamaica, it's already panned out for a lot of us. We had some of the rain overnight and this morning in some locations. Really hope you got some. And then that rain chance starts to go down. Cayman Islands, while the rain isn't too far away, it's not necessarily for us. Rain chance is on the low side. Trinidad and Tobago, though, you see it picking up. Chance of some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms possible tomorrow. And then Saturday, that's when we have the better chance. I hope some of that moisture could lift to the north. 30% chance of some spotty showers in Barbados and a 30 to 40% chance in St. Lucia tomorrow. And on Saturday, 30 to 40% chance as well in Grenada. Rain chance will be picking up, just depends on how far north some of the rain gets. 40% chance tomorrow and Saturday. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We get back toward Martinique. Rain chance 30 to 40% the next 2 days. 30 to 40% chance in Dominica. Some scattered clouds around. 30 to 40% chance in Guadeloupe. Rain chance stays isolated. This would be passing variety. Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis and Montserrat. Passing shower possible. 40% chance on Saturday, Anguilla and St. Bart's. 30 to 40% chance St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Rain chance about 50% in Puerto Rico today and tomorrow. Then it goes down slightly. Some scattered showers around. And overall, about a 30 to 40% chance tomorrow and Saturday. U.S. and British Virgin Islands. No widespread rain, but there'll be that chance of rain around. Rain chance 40% today in the Dominican Republic. It's gone down in Haiti, but still that slight chance of a shower. Better chance over by the DR. Bahamas, I mentioned how hot we're going to be. We're going to be hot and mainly dry. Same thing, Turks and Caicos. We get back toward Cuba. We are going to be very hot all the way through the weekend. Belize, same thing, very hot weather back through the Yucatan of Mexico, mainly dry. Now, as we get back toward the ABC Islands, there's a chance we could sneak in a couple showers. Also watching some of the dust that will eventually surge in later this weekend and into next week. So heads up, ABC Islands, we're going to see some of that dust that will be moving in. Curacao, Bonaire by next week. Bermuda, rain chance 30% today and tomorrow. 30% chance Costa Rica and Panama. That rain chance not too terribly high, about a 20 to 30% chance. Guyana still watching out for some heavy areas of rain, monitoring the flooding. Guyana and Suriname. Let me know what you have where you are as we go throughout the day. Venezuela, rain chance will be bumping up with that moisture surge. So areas of rain getting closer. Also watching the dust that will be getting closer. Drier and hot in Central America, and of course monitoring the tropics, eastern Pacific side. But next month we could see some development in the Atlantic basin. So hurricane season not far off, starting on June 1st. So thank you for all the information you send me throughout the day. I love this weather community. Keep me going. Have a great rest of your day.